Good evening, everyone. Quick action that will hopefully result in meaningful change. That's how Cape County families at the center of our first alert investigation into coroner Wavis Jordan see the move made today by their state representative. John Voss filed legislation this afternoon that would require all Missouri coroners to meet certain training standards in order to hold that elected office. Under Voss's bill, those standards would be put in place before January of next year. Kathy traveled to the state capitol to speak with Voss about the effort and its chances of passing.
Jeff, House Bill 2777 calls on Missouri coroners to have dozens of hours of technical training before they run for that elected office. Representative John Voss says the families who spoke to us about Cape County Coroner Wavis Jordan shared their concerns with him, and they are the reason why he filed this bill.
It's got to be heartbreaking to lose a member of your family and then to not know how they died. And so really it was through those conversations and a lot of the work that they had done in investigating what the requirements for coroner are, or more appropriately what they're not today, that led me to want to file this legislation. The families were very good at helping me understand that today there really is a pretty low bar to become a coroner, and so my legislation is focused on providing some technical qualifications for the role of coroner in the state of Missouri. It'll require both the ability to understand how the body works, and so we're asking a coroner to have emergency medical technician level of certifications, as well as to be certified in death investigations, and so they can put two and two together to figure out what may have gone wrong with that person and how they may have died. It's so important for these families to get closure in these critical moments in their lives. They'll never be able to undo the death of their loved one, but they need this information to bring closure to their family.
As we know, what's taking place in Cape Girardeau County has already gotten attention here in Jefferson City with the filing by the Attorney General's office of both criminal charges against Wavis Jordan and that quo warranto which seeks to remove him from office. What kind of impact do you think that might have on your efforts here to pass this legislation?
Well, certainly I think it helps elevate the standing of bringing this to a statewide attention. In my investigation, it's not just a Cape Girardeau County issue. There are other counties that have experienced this in the past. In fact, the bill that I'm introducing is an addition to a bill that was filed 4 years ago establishing a coroner and medical examination commission. And so we're just asking them to do their job to define these standards by January 1st of 2025 and to make sure that our coroners in the state of Missouri are aptly capable to do the jobs that they've been elected to do.
What do you think the chances are of getting something done on this legislative session?
Well, I'm an optimist, and so I really hope that we can get something done. It's a unique time in the Missouri General Assembly right now, as you've been reporting on, but this is a nonpartisan issue. I think this is good governance, and I've been finding a lot of support for the bills that I'm introducing to just bring good governance to the citizens of the state of Missouri. So I'm very optimistic.
If this were to pass, it would put these rules in effect as of January 1st of next year. There will be a whole slew possibly of new coroners or coroners re-elected as of that point. So this really wouldn't impact them for another 4 years.
That's correct. And so we're actually providing 4 years of opportunity for existing coroners or those that are going to be elected to receive the training that's in this bill. There's actually a fund that's been established as well in the previous legislation that has got $1 million in it that can be used to help provide the training that I'm calling for in this new piece of legislation.
Could something be done to move faster than this, or?
I think the wheels of government move pretty slow for a good reason. While I think this is very important and we should move it as fast as we can, there may be things that we haven't thought of that'll be vetted out in the process of going through a committee hearing and the debate on the floors of both the House and the Senate. So I'm moving this as fast as I can, but we want to make sure we get it right.
So how are the families feeling tonight? In a few words by text, they tell me cautiously optimistic, grateful, and determined to see change as their voices grow stronger. Here at the Capitol, Representative Voss tells me best case scenario, he sees public hearings on his bill in late March. In Jefferson City, Kathy Sweeney, Heartland News.
We will find out next week if Coroner Jordan plans to run for a second term, which he still can do despite the cases filed against him. Jordan has told us repeatedly he plans to file for re-election. The first day of candidate filing for coroner and other county offices happens next Tuesday, February the 27th. Jordan, meantime, heads to court in his criminal case March the 8th. Court records indicate Jordan has not yet filed a response in the civil case seeking to permanently remove him from office.